Good evening. Buonasera. Buenas noches. Bonsoir. Philadwalgan. Ishkawar. But anyway, I want to welcome you all and distinguished guests, our keynote speaker, Dr. Warsame, members of the school board, Muhammad Abdullah, Ali is our office assistant and administration leader. Zach Jones is on the board, and then our special faculty speaker is Matthew Ladis. Yes. This evening is not possible without all of you. It's not possible without the families that give us the support for their students and for the staff and faculty at the school to help make us have a successful school. It's because of you. And I thank you so much for being here tonight to support our class of 2019. You know, we built this school because of the support from the community. We did this because we wanted to build a better school that would meet the needs of the people in our community. And we've done that partially through the strategic plan we put together for 2018. Okay? Strategy 2018 was the chance for us to talk to students and say, where are you at? What are you willing to do? What are you capable of doing? Because we know you are smart. And we'll take you and wherever you are, wherever you're starting, and we'll take you to wherever you want to go. But the purpose of high school is to get you into college to prepare for a career. And when we talk about going to college, it's not to become a brain surgeon. You need to go to college to do things like very important jobs, like electricians, like plumbers, like carpenters, like builders, like architects. You're not going to get a job coming out of high school straight away. You're going to need more training. And we are so proud of this class because all of them have done exactly that. When we started, and when I first got here 5 years ago, we had 74 students and one person doing post-secondary enrollment options. We have since grown to 137 students, and we had 32 high school students pass their Accuplacer college entrance exam and enroll in courses at RCTC. That is stupendous, and 9 of them were in this class. And I want you to make it. And what exactly does that mean? That means that we had free books and tuitions that amounted to over $100,000. We had students that were able to, I don't know how the students do this. Here it is. 32 college, there's only 30 students over there. We had 32 college acceptances, 78 scholarship applications. We had over $123,000 of scholarship awards. We had over 200 college credits. Look at those guys. Because you know, it takes more than being smart. It takes hard work. And the class of 2019 was showing that to us. Now, every year we're able to have that opportunity, and this fall we're probably going to have our largest PSEO group going to RCTC. And the only reason we can afford to do that is because you guys keep coming back. You keep telling your friends, you keep telling your neighbors, you keep telling your family, you need to go to STEM. You need to go to Rochester STEM Academy. Because when we get the students in, we can afford the college tuition. And we've been growing, look around the room. This is stupendous. Look how many of you are out there helping us. We are so very pleased. Let me do this one other thing, and then we're going to get going with the program here. Empowering students has been our key theme. Making sure that students know we treat them like adults, we expect them to act like adults, and we expect them to carry themselves like adults, represent themselves, represent their parents, represent their families, and represent their community. I salute all the accomplishments this class has done this year, including things like getting the senior class has an auspicious responsibility. They not only, if we're going to have a yearbook, the seniors have to make sure it happens. They also were responsible for some of our effective strategies, which include college for every student, teaching different skills like tenacity, perseverance, patience, hard work, and diligence. And they did all of the planning and execution for this here, including contacting Dr. Warsame. And I knew the charm that class has, she'd be here to speak tonight. So, without any further ado, they also planned, if you've got your program here, this was put together by the students. The students planned this. So let me get the first person who was planning this, Asha Warsame.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. mahad oo dhan waxaa iskale Allah subxaanahu wa tacaala naxariisiina nabadgelyaha ahaata nabigeena suubanaad dushiisa. Allah mahadiis kadib waxaa halkaan ugu mahad celinaynaa marka koowaad maamulaha iskoolka STEM Dr. Brian Rossi, marka labaad aabaha ama hogaamiyaha labada iskool mudane Cabdiqaadir Cabdale iyo madaxa guddiga labada iskool Maxamuud Hamuud, macallimiinteena, waalidiinteena sharafta leh iyo dhammaan dadweynaha ka soo qayb galeen xafladan qiimaha iyo quruxda badan. waa maalin barakeysan oo qiimo sharaf leh, waa maalin weyn oo Ramadaan ah oo farxad noo ah. Waxaan halkan ku faraxsanahay inaan ka qalin jabinay 4 sano dugsi sare ah. waxaa mahadda kood iska leh Allah, mahadda labaad waxaa iska leh aabahayga oo mar walba oo ka noogin inay garab taagan yihiin. aabba waxaan xasuustaa laga bilaabo dugsigayga hoose iyo dhexe ilaa dugsigayga sare inaad garabkayga ahayd oo aadan ka noogin inaad garab taagneed. macallimiinteena, waalidiinteena waxna soo baray, waxaan idin leeyahay mar labaad waad mahadsantihiin. runtii waxaa ku dadaasheen sidii mustaqbalkeena wax u qabsan lahayn, isku filnaanshaan u gaari lahayn. iftiinka adduunka ayaad nagu shubteen oo ah aqoonta, cilmigiina badda ah ayaad nambarteen, mugdiga ayaad naga saarteen, iftiinka ayaad noo saarteen. walaalahayga wiilashii iyo gabdhaha ah oo aan isla qalin jabinayno maanta xafladan oo quruxda badan, maanta horteena waxaa taala wada dheer oo u baahan inaan ka fakarno waxaan soo marnay culays, rafaad iyo dib soo jeed fara badan si aan heerkan u soo gaarno maanta. Soomaalida waxay ku mahmahdaa faan oo leh fari kama qodno. waa inaan waxbarashadeena meesheeda ka sii wadnaa, dadaalkeena sii laban laabnaa. qofka damac sare leh meel fog inuu gaaro ayuu ku fakaraa. qofka damac sare leh ayaa ummadda nooleeya, ummadana hogaamiya. waa inaan ku dayanaa dadka wax ka barashaneen, wax ka faa'iideysan karno. waa inaan ka fogaanaa dadka xunxun, maxaa yeelay qofka saaxiibkiisa dhaqankiisa ayuu yeeshaa. marka waa inaan ka fakarnaa cidda aan la saaxiibeyno. dhanka kale waalidiinteena waa inaan xasuusano, qalbiga ku heeno, warkood aan maqalno meel walba aan joognaba. haddii aan weynaano ma ahan inaan waalidkeena ilowna ama aan ka weynaano, waa inaan baari u noqono, waan inaan ku qaylinin. nabigeena naxariis nabadgelyo dushiisa ha ahaato, maalin ayuu 3 jeer aamiin 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 dhahay. asxaabta ayaa warsaday sababtoo 3 jeer aamiin u dhahay. waxaa hadalkiisa ka mid ahaa qofkii labadii dhashay ama midkood agtiisa ku weynaadaan oo iyaga sababtooda aan janno ku galin, naarta Allah ku fogeeyo ayuu Jibriil dhahay, anigana aamiin ayaan dhahay. waalidkeena aan warkood maqalno markii aan meelo fogfog aadno ama waxbarashadeena meel sare ka gaarno ama aan shaqo fiican helno. ma ahan dadkiina dhalay inaan faraha ka qaadno. intaas ayaan dhihi lahay maanta. waad mahadsantihiin. wabillahi tawfiiq. wassalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatuh.
The senior class picked for our second speaker, Ismail Sheikh. His speech will be in Arabic.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. أما بعد، مدير المدرسة الدكتور براين راسي، أبونا الغالي ومدير المدارس الأستاذ عبد القادر عبد الله، رئيس المجلس إدارة المدرسة الأستاذ جراد محمود حامد، آباءنا الأكارم وأمهاتنا الحبيبات، أيها الحضور الكريم، على دروب الحب نلقاكم وعلى شرفات الأمل الصادق نجدد العهد بكم، ومن قلوبنا نحن أبناؤكم الخريجون نبعث لكم أرق وأجمل التحايا، فإليكم تحية المحبة والأمن والسلام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أقف اليوم أمامكم أصالة عن نفسي ونيابة عن إخواني وأخواتي الخريجين والخريجات لأعبر لكم عما يجول في خواطرنا في هذا اليوم، مشاعر مختلطة هكذا ربما أصفها كلمات صادقة تنطق بها شفاهي نابعة من صميم قلبي. 30 خريج أمامكم، هذا يوم الفرح، يوم الفخر، يوم النجاح في ليلة عمر، يوم نحصد فيه ثمرة اجتهادنا ونتذوق فيه حلاوة النجاح. اليوم نطل عليكم بأبهى حلة، ابتسامة الرضا تزدان على محيانا، عيوننا تحمل بريق الأمل. إنه يوم البداية في أعظم فصول الرواية، رواية طالب واعد في رحلته يبحث عن المجد والعلا. اليوم الذي نفخر فيه نحن أبناؤكم الخريجون وتفخرون فيه أنتم يا أصحاب الفضل، ونحن نقف أمامكم شامخين رافع الرأس طامحين متفائلين ببدء مسيرة لامعة. حفلنا الكريم ها نحن نودع أعواما انقضت، أعوام حملت في طياتها الكثير مزجت فيها لحظات حزن وفرح، لحظات جد واجتهاد، لحظات ستبقى عالقة في ذاكرتنا ما حيينا، نفتش فيها سويا فنجد تلك الضحكات، تلك الأماني، أطيب المعاني، الأنس والحب والتفاني. تحت سقف واحد كنا وعلى قلب رجل واحد أصبحنا، الود والألفة وطيب المعشر ديداننا. حفلنا الكريم امنحوا لي فرصة لأبوح ما تكنه مشاعرنا لأصحاب الفضل ومن لولاهم بعد الله لما أصبحنا على ما نحن عليه. آباءنا وأمهاتنا الحاضرين منكم اليوم ومن حضروا في قلوبنا وهم تحت الثرى، إذا دعواتكم وبركة بركم ما جعلت مسيرتنا محفوفة بالتميز والنجاح. سهرت معي يا أمي طفلا صغيرا بالأمس، وها أنا أمامك اليوم رجل وطالب واعد، فلتهنئي بنجاحي يا أماه، فدموعك اليوم والله غالية. وأما أنت يا أبي فهل تذكر حلم طفولتي؟ ها نحن نراه اليوم حقيقة، لطالما كنت مثل الأعلى سند الأغلى، انظر إلى ما يقولون اليوم إنه الشبل من ذاك الأسد. آباءنا وأمهاتنا رب احفظهم لنا وارحم من فارقونا، وذاكراهم عالقة في قلوبنا. شكرا لكل دمعة فرح على محياكم، وشكرا لكل نبضة حب وخوف وفخر. أساتذتنا الكرام ومربينا، كنتم الشمعة التي أنار طريقنا، ونظل نسير على خطاكم، ونظل نحذو حدوكم، نهلنا الكثير من بحر علمكم، غرستم فينا قيم البذل والعطاء، أحييتم فينا حس القيادة والشعور بالمسؤولية. شكرا لدعمكم، لتوجيهكم، شكرا لمحبتكم، لعطفكم، شكرا لقسوتكم، فهي قسوة الأب المحب لابنه. ولتفخروا بنا اليوم فإنا إن شاء الله لكم خير خلف. إخواني الخريجين وأخواتي الخريجات، لكم حبي ووافئي يا إخوة لم تلدهم أمي. أتمنى لنا جميعا مستقبلا باهرا وحياة كريمة ومسيرة عامرة بالإنجازات حافلة بالتميز والنجاح. ها هي أحرفي وكلماتي قاربت على النهاية، فهذا ما خطه قلمي وما فاض لكم به فؤادي، فلكم منا جزيل الشكر والعرفان. نهديكم باقة ورد بمشاعر ود وامتنان. يا رب أدم علينا هذه السعادة وأدم علينا الأمن والأمان. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Next, I would like to welcome our PSU speaker, Usman Abdul Qadir.
Thank you all for coming here today. Dr. Brian Rossi, members of the school board, teachers, parents, friends, and fellow graduates, it is a great honor to speak to all of you today. I stand here today on the precipice of the future. What was once distant and considered a reality is becoming a reality before our very eyes. We all began high school as children, but we are all leaving here as adults. We've completed a basic education regime that will serve as the platform that we use to launch ourselves into the future. Some of us might go straight into college, others might go into the workforce, but one thing is certain, all of us will go on our own paths. And the first step towards that path starts here today at the graduation of the class of 2019. I stepped into this school confused and unsure whether attending here was my best choice or not. But I stand here today graduating with the ultimate satisfaction and joy in my heart, knowing that I had chosen the best school that I could have possibly chosen. The teachers here have done such a wonderful job at creating the safe, selfless, growth-filled environment that allowed not only me, but my cohorts, as well as my undergraduates, to achieve greater heights than we can even fathom. Along with this wonderful on-campus atmosphere, STEM has helped each student grow and establish connections outside of high school with many opportunities, such as the Mayo Clinic mentorship opportunities initiated by my classmates Ismail Sheikh, Ifrah Ali, and Nasra Arai, scholarship opportunities, as well as the biggest opportunity that I have chosen, PSCO. PSCO is a post-secondary enrollment option that allows students to kickstart their college careers by taking necessary classes over at RSTC for absolutely no cost to them or their parents. I have very fond memories of this opportunity, and most of my growth came from experiencing the college atmosphere and knowing what skills that I had and what skills that I would need to accomplish greater heights beyond just high school. But of course, I wasn't able to do all of this by myself. I want to thank God for giving me these opportunities and putting me into this position, and I want to thank the following people for helping me achieve this position. I want to thank my teachers for unselfishly donating their time, talent, and effort to help us accomplish our goals. I want to thank them for staying after school and assisting us with assignments and test prep instead of going home to their family. The reason I stand here today is due to all of my teachers never giving up on me and guiding me in any way possible. I want to thank my mom for being the bravest woman she is and always has been. My mother had always been there for me, helping me with any problems, no matter how big or small it might have been. I stand here today, not only for myself, but I stand here for my mother and my family. I want to thank my dad for always pushing me to be a better version of myself, and for that, I am very grateful. I want to thank our principal, and I want to thank our board staff. Thank you for keeping things running smoothly so our teachers could concentrate on us. We're better off for it. Thank you all for coming here today, and congratulations to my fellow graduates of the class of 2019. Wherever we go, whatever we do, may we always be friends when we meet again. Please welcome to the stage our valedictorian speaker, Nasra Arai.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, teachers and students, and most of all, class of 2019. I would like to start off by thanking my family and friends for all their support, as well as the faculty of Rochester STEM Academy. We owe a debt of gratitude to you all. To our teachers, we thank you for pushing us to be better versions of ourselves. To our friends, we thank you for being there for us even when things got rough. And to our friends, to our families, we thank you for supporting us every step of the way. 4 years ago, we entered this school with a blank canvas, fresh eyes and open hearts. Each year was a step closer to finishing our piece. It was like a missing jigsaw puzzle. It was like 1,000 pieces and all the same color. Throughout our time, we were able to paint a bigger picture with splashes, brush strokes, and other mediums of art. We are now able to finish. We are now ready for our piece to be unraveled and displayed for everyone to see. Just 4 short years ago, we were oblivious freshmen who were looking to figure out where our next classes were and generally looking clueless to all the upperclassmen. Now we are the upperclassmen, the seniors who are ready to take on the world. Yet at this moment, we can't help but look back. I will never forget the moments we shared, the debates we had, the drives up to tournaments, the study sessions, the knockout games we had, and all the other nostalgic memories. We joked around, we laughed, and we had fun. I will never forget the compadreship of the senior boys who do everything together. I'm actually serious, they do everything together. If one of them doesn't do it, all of them won't do it. If I'm being completely honest, this has been the best 4 years of my life. I was able to form new memories, deepen others, and create new memories. Many opportunities were opened up to me. I was able to join fencing, National Honor Society, student leadership, do spoken word, as well as start PSEO. My fellow graduates, over the last 4 years, we have learned a lot. And although all this knowledge will no doubt be valuable as we go forward in life, I think the most important thing that we have learned over the last 4 years, other than metacognition being thinking about thinking, is that how much we needed each other in order to succeed. We were able to successfully put the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together. I am glad to have met each and every one of you guys. I am proud of all of you guys and cannot wait to see what you guys do. Class of 2019, what I have to say to you is you are capable. You are capable of accomplishments, you are capable of success, you are capable of anything you set your mind to. And one thing you should never, ever do is give up. Strive for better and you will do better. After you lead through those doors today, you will create your own path. Beware, you will be faced with challenges, but I know each of you guys will be capable. As a final thought going forward, I'd like to leave you with a quote. It's important that you love what you do, be invested, be present, and be the best you can be. Failure isn't a bad thing. If you learn from it and continue to move forward, it can lead to great things. You need to want it. Success, along with many things in life, can be tough. You want it bad? Prove it. Thank you. Up next, I'd like to welcome our faculty speaker, Mr. Matt Latus.
All right, good evening, everybody. I came to STEM in August of 2015, just in time for the school year to begin. I had already been teaching for about 10 years, but coming to STEM was like a new beginning. I had been used to schools of hundreds or even thousands of students, so to come to a much smaller school was like a fresh start. That fresh start just so happened to coincide with the 9th grade year for the grads that you see before you. Throughout my decade and a half of teaching, I've made some great relationships, but none so great as the ones here at STEM. Truly. And as special as all the graduating classes have been and will continue to be, this one symbolically means a bit more. This is the first group heading out of here that had me for all 4 years. So that's a heck of an accomplishment. Putting up with me for 4 years, you should get some kind of award or gift card or something. But when this class asked me to speak on their behalf, I have to tell you, I was both flattered and honestly a little bit intimidated. Classroom speaking, I do that every day, right? It's right in my wheelhouse. Easy peasy, do it all the time. Large group public speaking, not really. Out of my element, no pun intended. All right. Biggest fear in high school? What do you think my biggest fear in high school was? Public speaking. All right? And now I kind of do it every day. But as we always say at STEM, what's holding you back? Fear. All right, fear. So I told them I'd get back to them. How long did I make you guys wait? Like 2 weeks? Unnecessary drama, right? I was always going to do it, all right. But anyways, plus Edwards did this last year, so I figured if the English guy can do it, certainly the science guy can do it. But as I'm sure you already know, and you'll soon figure out, he's way better than I am at this, or at least more polished in this realm than I am. But anyways, getting back to you guys, what's next? Are you going to school? What do you want to do? What do you want to be now? What do you want to be when you grow up? Probably hear those questions all the time, right? you're going to hear a lot more of those questions. But you know what? Students ask me those same questions, but they ask it like in a retrospective sense. They'll say, Mr. Latest, what did you want to be when you were in high school? What did you want to be when you grew up? Some kids actually think, or some students actually think, or they assume that I always wanted to be a teacher. That's true? When I was in high school, the last thing I wanted to be was a teacher. I wanted to get out of the classroom and never come back to school again, right? I wanted to be like a comic book writer or a baseball player or a Ghostbuster. Those are my high school last, I didn't know I wanted to be a teacher until I was 25. And I didn't get to become a teacher until I was 27, which is about 10 years older than most of you. Okay? So my point is, graduating from high school, while a proud milestone, is actually just the next step in your journey. Some of you know exactly what you want to be. Some of you think you know exactly what you want to be. But life has so many twists, turns, lefts, rights, ups, downs, loops, and slides that the truth is nothing is a guarantee. Okay? Except what you've already done. Okay? And nobody can take that away. What you've accomplished, and they are accomplishments to be proud of. You all have a tremendous amount of potential, but it's up to you to decide how to actualize that potential. Your teachers at STEM have always wanted what was best for you, and we did our best to help put you in a position to maximize that potential. So hopefully along the way you learned a few things too. I know I can speak for myself, and I can speak for the other teachers as well. We learned a lot of things along the way too. It's not a one-way thing. But let's face it, in 6 months from now, do I expect you to remember how to find the image distance for a 10 centimeter tall object placed 25 centimeters from a concave mirror with a focal length of 15 centimeters? Yes. But 3 weeks ago I did. Real or virtual? Actually, that was real. Upright or inverted? Upright. Come on now, it's concave. Outside the focal length. Inverted. Magnified or reduced? How about 6 weeks from now? Will you know how to find the equivalent resistance for a parallel circuit with 5 10-ohm resistors? Yeah. 1/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10 plus 1/10 is 5/10. Take the inverse. 10 over 5. 2. The answer's 2. Anyway. So we worked on science content not just to be successful in science class or so that each of you could be a career scientist. That would be great, by the way. No, but in all honesty, we worked on the science content so that we could develop our problem-solving skills, our logic, and our reasoning skills, and those things you should be able to carry through with the rest of your life. Hopefully you feel better about those than back in 2015 when you first showed up, back in biology class at that old science room at the old STEM building. So the next time someone asks you what you want to do with the rest of your life, remember that life meanders. It's like a river. It ends up looking like a vector nightmare, okay? But that's okay. That's part of what makes life exciting. Nobody goes to Valley Fair to walk, from one end of the roller coaster to the other, right? You ride the roller coaster because that's what life is. It's fun. So just know that you've put yourself in a position to take advantage when opportunity arises. And when life takes you down a seemingly unexpected turn, we know that you can meet those challenges because no fear, right? Now, I got one more thing here. Because STEM, one of the things we do at STEM is poetry, right? So I'm going to try my hat at some poetry here. All right, let's go over this here. I have really small print here, so bear with me. This poem is called The Last 4 Years. This started at STEM in 2015 with a great group of kids that were truly quite green. Fatima, Marian, Suado, and Iman, and some who have left, like Segal and Yasmin. That first year together was studying living things, from cells and mitosis to the differences in wings, with Hashim and Asha, Abdiaziz and Salma, then Dek and Mahmoud in the spring. We studied DNA and unsaturated fats, completed Punnett squares about no-tailed cats, Ahmed, Nasra, and Osman looking at cells much smaller than gnats. At some point we demonstrate that standards are met, and even though quizzes and tests make us sweat, it's honesty and hard work, so my answer key doesn't end up all wet. A good inside joke. Anyways. The end of that year brought a study of yeast, food webs and fungi, plants and local beasts. At Ignajman, Nasr and Mahad, the class was starting to fill up the seats. On to the 10th grade year, we move along where we first heard the heat and temperature song. With Ismail, Najma, and Fartun 2, this group was becoming quite strong. Electric motors and energy roller coasters, determining resistance in current and toasters, using skepticism and James Randi's help to debunk scam artists, spoon benders, and ghosters. The following year, balanced equations in the mole. It was on to chemistry, not a part but the whole. With so much math and calculation to do, it was time to look deep into the soul. From ideal gases to why your ears pop, to reactions at equilibrium that never truly stop, it was going to take hard work, but this group found a way to come out on top. The half point I dinged you for a unit or sig fig was never meant to be a personal dig, but only as a reminder that rounding matters and there's a difference between a meg and a gig. Kool-Aid molarity and freezing point change, solutions concentrations and pH scale range. Aisha had joined us all now, just in time for a whoosh and some bangs. Ifra joined last year's senior physics class to learn about the heat capacity of brass. Nasra Ismahan and Muhammad in bio for plant cell parts like chloroplasts. Physics class was the next rung on the ladder, the study of energy, motion, and matter. Welcome Saeed, Ibrahim, and Bisharo. Hope the calculations didn't make you too sadder. Sokotoa we needed with projectile motion. Convection currents are needed to move heat in the ocean. And although the group was now smaller, with age and maturity came more devotion. It was mirrors and lenses, virtual or real, levers and pulleys, and an axle and wheel. Light that you see, light that you don't, and infrared light that you feel. From Snell's law to Ohm's law, direct or inverse, to images and mirrors that display the reverse. And what kind of wave is sound? Longitudinal, not transverse. For some, I may not know you nearly as well. Samatar just recently in Medina for a short spell. Habsa from the hallways, but I know you can all answer the bell. But at some point, all things must give up the ghost. And while we covered so much pillar to post, it's not content, but relationships that matter the most. In many ways, the last 4 years have seemed like a race. And although I have a few more wrinkles on my face, maybe there's a reason you've never seen Ben Affleck and me in the same place. And I hope you enjoyed STEM, even if science was your worst, and that for learning and knowledge you always have thirst. I'm proud of you all, and I'll miss you a lot, because at STEM you grads were my first.
Thank you, Mr. Latus. That was tremendous. Before we hear from our keynote speaker, Dr. Warsami, I'd like to have the board chair, Mahmoud Hamoud, share a few words with you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's very difficult to follow a ghostbuster and a science magician, you know. I will be speaking in both Somali and English, so you bear with me. First, this is the 5th graduation of STEM. And it's very difficult to look back and see the road we have came through. And it would have not been possible without the community participation. Dr. Rasi, our teachers here, without them, we wouldn't have been talking about graduation. We would have been talking about closure of the school. Waxaan idinku salaamayaa salaanta muslimka. Waa maalin Ramadaana, waanu soomanahay. Horta carruurtan waa inaad u ducaysaan in Ilaahay dariiqa wanaagsan marsiiyo kuwii dadkooda iyo ummadooda wax tarana ay noqdaan. Amiin dhahad. Talabaad carruurta tan inamadana waa carruur ma hadda waa dad waaweyn. halkaas soo ma gaadheen haddaydanaan idinku caawimayn. Maraykan waxaynu u nimi innagaa dhib baynu ka soo cararray. Inaynu dhib kale dad ku samaynona ma wanaagsana. Inaynu innagu noqonno dad lagu daydo wanaaggooda oo sidaas islaamka loo soo raaco inaynu noqonno baa loo baahan yahay. Xaggayna ka bilaabantaa? Waxay ka bilaabantaa waalidiinta. Waalidiinta roolka ay leeyihiin islaamka ilaahay wuxuu yidhi icaabuda aabbihiin iyo hooyadiinna ixsaan kula noolaad. waa commandkii labaad oo ilaahay bixiyo weeyaan. Marka meeshatan this America ma shaqaynayse waa inaynu u noqonnaa dhaqankeenni iyo islaamkeenni. taasna waxaa laga baran karaa waa inaad dadka waaweyn ama waalidiintu iyagu tusaale u noqdaan carruurtooda. waa inay iskuulka yimaadaan. waa in marka looga yeedho oo la yidhaahdo ilmihii meeshuu marayo baa la doonayaa in laydinla wadaago waa inaad timaadaan. Soomaaliya oo kale meeshu maaha. Soomaaliya iskuulka baa lagu aamini jiray carruurta. halkan carruurtu iyaga macallinku waxuu ku samayn karo male. marka waxaan ku faraxsanahay intaasoo waalidiin oo caawa ka soo qayb gashay. waxaan filayaa marka iskuulka looga yeedhona inay yimaadaan parent meetingskana ka soo qayb galaan waxyaalaha iyaguna carruurtooda meeshay marayaanna ogaadaan. sidaas iyo afur wanaagsan sidaas iyo inamada tan maanta idinkuma dambayso graduation kuma dhammaan dibloma la qaato. taas waa tallaabo. waa inaad halkaas ka sii dadaashaan oo aad keentaan inaad dhakhtar noqotaan sida Dr. Warsame oo idiin noqdo role model. aragtaan in waxaas la gaari karo oo qof idinka la mid ah uu noqon karo dhakhtar oo Mayo Clinic misna dhakhtar ka noqon karo at the same time. yaa baa celebrationkii weli waa dambeeyahay. ha is dhegaysanno. waxaan u daynayaa Dr. Warsame inay bal idinla wadaagto jaranjaraday soo martay iyo waxyaalaha suurtagala.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Salma Abdullahi and today we've been given the privilege to listen to someone who's not only the assistant professor of medicine and instructor in oncology at the Mayo Clinic College of Medicine, but also a person who highly treasures the importance of education and knowledge.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Ifrah Ali, the president of Student Council. I am Ifrah Ali, the president of Student Council and Commencement Speaker Committee. I am so pleased to be with you tonight and to have the chance to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Rahma Warsame. She is the hematology at Mayo Clinic. She has been one of the main supporters of this program for several years. She is a true outstanding in this field. She has a great understanding of the program and a great appreciation of what it takes to make a true commencement speaker. Continue on the path of advanced and remarkable vision of the future of commencement speaker.
Growing up as an African American, Dr. Warsame didn't get the easy way out. She was forced to go through many obstacles in life, but those obstacles are made her who she is today. As one of the graduates and president of the senior class, I am honored to say that we as a class are glad to have you here with us. Let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Rahma Warsame.
Summit.
Assalamu alaikum. So, thank you so much for inviting me. When Ifrah sent me an email, I was very, very touched. But to be honest, when I was asked to give this commencement speech, I thought, really? Me? I don't know if I had earned the right to speak to an impressionable young class such as yourselves. But as I was bestowed with this honor, I began to prepare, and what I do is I do research. So after hours of research and a very thorough Google search, I wasn't disappointed To sit here, I learned a lot about STEM, and it is a fantastic, fantastic organization. And I'm here to tell you today about what happens next, because that's actually the most exciting. Seeing you all here really reminds me that time flies. It felt like yesterday that I was graduating from high school. In actuality, it was 17 years ago, which was kind of hard to reflect upon. But I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and anxious for my commencement speech to end so that I could go do and start my life. But I thought that life began after high school. And in a way, I was right. A new chapter does begin, the most exciting chapter. Anyone who says otherwise is still living in Riverdale. And I have a Netflix account, so if you guys don't watch Riverdale, you should. But that said, you're starting something new, which means inevitably you're leaving something behind. So before you embark on this new, exciting, winding path, I wanted to give you some tips, some insight on what lies ahead. I want to give you the commencement speech that I wish I had. So in order to do that, I must first and foremost point out the deficiencies of my commencement speech. So, I had a teacher I only knew by name, and he started his speech by giving us statistics on where our school stood. 4th in the district, 6th on the board, 1st in extracurricular dance, and all I could think of is 1, we have a dance class, and 2, I'm graduating. It's a little too late to woo me about the school. So I'm not going to tell you about all the amazing things and how Rochester STEM's school does, about having an all-hijabi fencing team and all of the other major accomplishments. But I'm going to go back and get personal, because what I wanted was some guidance. So I'm going to take you back to where I started, which was a 4-year-old girl who was born in Hargeisa, whose family immigrated to Canada. That's right, I'm Canadian. And as a first-generation immigrant, the drive to work hard is ingrained in your bones. I think it's written in the citizenship fine print. I really do. You will have to work hard, and you'll sometimes have to work harder than others. My parents came to Canada to live and to work, but really to give their children an opportunity. My father instilled in me the notion that through hard work and education, anything was possible. And if you put those two together, you deserve to succeed. And as an immigrant and a visible minority, I found out early in life that life was not fair. My parents struggled for a really long time, and I became aware that often our strife wasn't fair. But my mother was always an optimist. She never dwelled on dark times. When things got hard and life would show us signs that it would not ease up, she would recite a Somali proverb that I still tell myself, and I think I'll tell my daughter one day. Hakirkirin e kashle alol avek irsimot. So what that means is don't be scared, don't be shaken. Keep going on your path, face it, and you will make it. And when I thought that life would begin after high school, I was a little bit wrong. Life really begins when you find your passion. I did not always want to be a doctor. I originally wanted to be a movie maker. So I'll tell you about my life in a movie form. So fade in, Rahma Warsameh. She's not 20, and she's already struggling in her first year of university. Her parents need her siblings depend on her, and she feels powerless. She decides she never wants to feel that way again. So she studies and she studies and she fails first year calculus. And then she studies and she studies and she fails her first time at the MCATs. And her mother tells her, "Hakir kirin ekeshle alol avek irsimot." Don't be scared, don't be shaken. Keep going on your path, face it, and you will make it. And so I put on a brave face, and she studied harder, and she studied harder, and she finally gets into medical school. And at this point, I would cue a time lapse, and there would be shots of me empty in the library, books around me, shots of me crying over exams, laughing, screaming, and eventually shots of me talking to my patients and making a difference in their lives. And if anyone's interested in making this movie, we can talk logistics after. But I want to tell you, one of the most important lessons that I learned is that life isn't always planned. I'm sure a lot of you have a 5-year plan, and if you're like me, you have a 10 or 15-year plan. and you're going to go fast track and graduate early, get a master's, get a PhD, or your MD, or your JD, or your DDS, or your PharmD. However, some of you might be stressed. Some of you might be scared. But just take a moment, unclench your fists, and just breathe. More times than not, things don't happen the way they plan. Failing my MCATs resulted in me going to medical school in a Caribbean island most of you would never have heard of, and I wouldn't change a thing because all of those things brought me to where I am today. So there are more ways to get to point B than route A, and your failures will teach you, and your achievements will guide you, and life truly rewards those who don't quit. So you're all going to discover the thing that you want to do. Working towards harnessing your passion is the most satisfying part of life. It's the urge to do more, and it will feed you. It will help you keep you going, and you will make your mark in the world. I know it. Instead of telling us that our school had been famous, had the most famous alumni in a small town in Toronto, Mr. Stein, my teacher, should have told me that you take the cards that you're dealt and you play them, no matter what. You don't complain. You don't compare your hand to others. Others may have an advantage over you, and you may have to play better and work harder. You may have to prove yourself just to get a seat at the table. And life can be really sobering, and I can tell you firsthand, it doesn't pull any punches. It takes courage to know the odds and keep going. Your courage will move you. It will give you the strength to bust down the door and stride into the room where it happens. So things are gonna get really hard before they get better, but I promise you, the best is yet to come. Life is really a hero's journey. So what really happens next is a lot of uncertainty, but uncertainty has beauty to it. Not knowing what's going to happen is a gift because it allows you to dream. You can't be limited because then we don't have any limits. Not knowing what the future allows us to appreciate the present. And as an oncologist and someone who treats cancer, I want you to know that you need to live now because now is all that we have. And so what I say to you today on this wonderful day where we celebrate the class of 2019, first of all, congratulations. And secondly, sometimes all you need is someone to give you a push and to tell you that you can make it. And it would be my honor to be that person for all of you. So whenever you get scared or you get worried, just think, Hakir kirine keshle, alol adek irsamot.
Thank you, Dr. Warsame. At this time, I'd like to call the senior class had voted this junior to be our graduate name giver. So is Abdulaziz Ali. Are you ready to come to the podium? He's also a PSEO student at RCTC, and at this time, he's going to be calling out the graduate's name. The board chair and I will be here. The teachers should probably move up here at this time too. This is the ceremony we've been waiting for.
The first name in the graduating class of 2019, Osman Abi Kader. Aisha Abdullahi. Saeed Abdullahi. My bad. Iman Abdullahi. Salma Abdullahi. Ibrahim Abshir. Abdiaziz Efe. Habsa Ali. Ifrah Ali. Samatar Ali. Nasra Araya. Ismahan Bahur. Medina Bahur. Bishara Fiqi. Nasra Hassan. Daq Hassan. Mahmoud Hussein. Ahmed Ibrahim. Mahad Mohammed. Marian Mohammed. Mohammed Mohammed. Najma Mohammed. Nasra Mohammed. Fatima Mukhtar. سعادة مقتصد. نجمة نوح. هاشم شريف. إسماعيل شيخ. عاشا ورسمة. فرتون يوسف.
And I'm going to explain to you what those are because they've worked hard for these. So we will start with the yellow honors cords. For those of us who graduate with honors, will you please stand up? There you are wearing a yellow card. They achieved a GPA of 3.5 or higher. All right, you guys with it? If they're wearing a blue Navy cord, you guys that know the RCTC colors are blue and gold. If they're wearing a blue honor card, that means they have taken classes at RCTC and fulfilled PSEO. Will you please stand up? All right. And finally, if they are wearing a yellow stole, this is from the National Honor Society. To be part of the National Honor Society, you must have high academics, character, and service. They have committed a lot. They have done a very hard work, planned a lot for the school and the community. Would our National Honor Society members please stand up?
We have one last ritual. And I like the room to be quiet as we do this because this is it. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2019, would you please rise? Hang on for just a second. You need to take your tassel and move it from the right side of your hat to the left side of your hat. You have just graduated from high school, the class of 2019. Thank you all for coming. This is the end of our graduation commencement ceremony.